What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Let me jump back into my normal view. What's going on, guys? Um, if you've been tuning in, we are working on building some puppets. This guy, even looking at him now, he looks very, very spastic. So I could probably clean this up a little bit and play around with it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it be. I kind of wanted to show off some other things, although not for this channel necessarily. But as we continue forward, Money Makes Monsters will just be kind of the behind the scenes of the art, all the little tiny art programs and other random things that I'm trying to pull off at the moment. So yeah, that's what we're working with. So let's check out this one, which is okay. I rebuilt another one. Let me show you. I'll show you a couple different ones. So this character will change. I don't really love his character. But for this stream, this was like a trial version, right? And then I also did Frank for my other stream, which is Psycho Bunny 13, and I'll show you that one. So this for tonight because it's pretty good. Well, actually, I can't. I need to. What do I need to do? I think he's actually pretty well done and pretty perfectly synced to what he needs to do. I like this character, and it's pretty fun. So this one should go into the studio. This is actually what the unboxing videos are going to be. What happened? Where's my video capture? Nope, that's me. No, thank you. What's going on? Oh, the Canon. There it is. So this could be my new layout for showing off Hot Wheels. This is kind of the idea. The channel name for that is the Unboxing King, and this kind of works perfectly for that application. So cool little character. Really no animation to this. There's 2 frames. And I think it's actually a pretty well done character for an unboxing video. I can say, like, watch. Let's just preview this. This will all go down because I have. Oh dear. I dropped something. So, for example, I can do live auctions using this guy, which is pretty funny. Here we have a Vespa 90 SS Super Sprint 1966 Factory Fresh Edition, brand new for 2024. Right? Easy to do. Already runs the animation, brings a little bit more depth to the whole production, right? Little cartoons. So this has been pretty fun. I do have some other projects because I do need to animate this guy, and I need to, he's the Unboxing King, which is what the YouTube channel is called. So, yeah, he just tells you about Hot Wheels. It's his whole, not just Hot Wheels, but other toys and weird things that I find in boxes. I have all sorts of weird boxes of fun stuff. You know, just for example, I have lots of wind-up cars, which are great. They're fun. Miniature skateboards. Just a bunch of toys. Yeah, I can unbox anything with the king of unboxing, because he's the unboxing king. So, good little platform, fun little character. I like the pedestal. It's not super straight, but I don't think anyone's going to really notice. I think I might get away with it. Also, what's cool is the pedestal is separate from the body. So, like, I technically can take him off and put him, like, on a porch step, or I could wrap him in Christmas paper for Christmas, or I can put him next to a jack-o'-lantern. Like, he's very buildable off of, like, it could be fun for all sorts of things. So that's kind of cool little image. And I guess like the hardest part is kind of conceptualizing what will come next, but this is really more designing channels, which I'm thinking I'm going to need to find a new occupation soon, so I really need to I got 5 more weeks of actual school left before summer starts. And then I have a project to do at the beginning of summer, but then I really need to figure out what is the next step. I don't know, because none of these channels are making me money, but it would be nice to do an eBay auction or an auction off of using this as the character. Fun, easy, right? And it works. I mean, for the most part it works. His mouth moves enough for you to think he's talking to you, right? So, good little character, fun to use, and easy to translate. Like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time not wanting to do voices now, but that's just going to get real weird. Oh, man. Like, my roommates already think I talk to myself. And boy, am I going to be talking to myself. But I've also thought about reading children's books online, for actually recording them. Not reading them online per se, but putting them online. This is a great looking car, by the way. This Vespa. It's very cool. It's got like a spare tire in the middle. It'd be cool if the seat lifted up, but that's asking a lot. With the advancement of like how they make toys and print toys, I feel like they could very well, just to be fair, I could look at Hot Wheels for a long time. They're just cool. They're just tiny. They're miniature versions of a real life automobile. I like to see like all the detail that they try to put into it, like knowing how much actual, like how many bolts and screws and bolts actually go into, motors and flywheels and stuff, and how all this stuff works. Amazing. Everything is quite amazing. And like someone invented it. I was talking to somebody, or I read something that said, well, we'll look it up real quick because I'm quite interested. Something about the wristwatch. Now, I read something. Now, this is why it's down the rabbit hole, because we're going to go in all sorts of weird directions. I don't know if I can use the Unboxing King and talk about what I need to talk about is my issue. Because I need to use a different screen setup. Hold on. Let me see if this works. Window capture. Okay. Trying to. And then I wanted to look up when the wristwatch was invented. Because I was watching this documentary series about like how things that we use in common, like day to day. Yeah, see, we had to go back. Why are we on Money Makes Monsters? Oh well. Oh, because the Hot Wheels unboxing channel is still kind of clone of the Money Makes Monsters, so I'm still trying to clean up all the little tiny pieces. See, there I am, back in the webcam. So a lot of different opportunities. I think maybe this one I'll stay on webcam for everyone, just because I think it's nicer to talk to somebody. But I don't know. Who knows? That might change. Definitely for the Psycho Bunny channel and the gaming channel, that's all done under they call them PNG avatars or something. So they're fun. I think they'll be cool to use. Anyways. So, look, check this out. This is what's interesting about this. Oh, I don't want to read it off this. Okay. In 1775, the Abraham Louis Barguet set up the watchmaking workshop in Paris. In Paris. According to Breguet, the very first wristwatch was made in 1810 for the Queen of Naples, one of Breguet's most esteemed clients. So 1810. It's 2024, so 214 years ago. 4 generations, not even that. We're living to like longer, right? So we're talking about like 2 generations, 3 generations of people. The wristwatch. And this only interests me because the wristwatch ties everyone into time, right? So like, and they actually said that the watch was only made popular. It was a woman's accessory to tell time, because I'm guessing the pocket watch. When was the pocket watch made? Now, this is a whole different thing, because maybe the pocket watch, when did people start carrying time with them? And like actual like number time. But the wristwatch was made popular by war, because in the wartime you needed something to wear while you were out. So 1810. It's still not very long ago. The whole scheme of things. Right? Like, we've just come so far. Like, what are we going to do next as a civilization? When was... Okay, so here we go. Pocket watch, 1510. Okay, so people started... Pocket watch named Impulse. Just as the name... No. Sorry, I can't read from this far. A pocket watch, just as the name implies, is a watch that is carried in the pocket. is very different from a wristwatch, which is most commonly used by people and fastened to their wrist. It came into existence in 1510 in Nuremberg, Germany, where Peter Heinlein, who was the master locksmith, invented it. Okay, so like, when was the first clock invented, right? So we have a small, is this it? I mean, the amount of gears in these things is amazing for them to tell time. I don't know how. You have to be a master blacksmith. Like, and then you invented a watch. Okay, when was the first? Now I want to. But it's going to give me a sundial, which I'm like, 14th century BCE, the Chinese. Okay, of course, it's always the Chinese. The Chinese have been around the longest, which is, I mean, we know. It's not America that's been around the longest. North America has been quite vacant. I don't know what happened. So 14th century. Water clock. The first recorded invention of any time of clock was the creation of a water clock by the Egyptians or Babylonians in the 14th century BCE. Chinese also built a similar clock around this time, which used mercury instead of water. Native Americans also invented water clocks. So it's just weird that like so like 14th century BC, we've conquered time, right? Like we've started trying to figure out what time is, like in man's evolution. Is like, okay, well we're building clocks and trying to kind of control the earth, right? Like, why would we invent time? Why wasn't time invented? Interesting. Time was this is like an AI question. Why was time invented? Let's see if, according to archaeological evidence, the Babylonians and Egyptians began to measure time at least 5,000 years ago, introducing calendars to organize and coordinate communal activities and public events, to schedule shipments of goods, in particular to regulate cycles of planting and harvest. So like it makes sense that they would definitely use it for harvest. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. And like I guess activities, right? When you start having babies, but like, so before 5,000 years ago, so we're looking at it's just so weird. Like, where did we come from then? Like, because we're still not that old. And like civilizations have completely died out and like been overturned. Like we've seen it in history. It's not like anyone stands on top. Like in a day everything can change. We just went through a major COVID thing, right? Like pandemic. Right? So, and they kind of our governments kind of did what they wanted with all their people, which is scary that you do live inside of a dome, right? Inside of a bubble that protects you, but also could technically harm you. False safety. Anyways, that's enough of running down the rabbit hole of time. I think I'm going to try to. Should I try to animate the alien? Is that what our plan should be tonight? I really need to finish up some paintings and do some edging, but I can't be. I just don't want to take out the supplies to do that. I've kind of hit a wall with painting. I think I pushed too hard for too long, and then I was like, oh, it's too much. But actually using some of the, forcing myself to animate used to animate is kind of pushing me to continuously push forward. So let's jump in to Procreate. As you can see, I'll show you a couple of the projects that I've been working on. So we can go back to the Unboxing King. There he is, doing his thing. There he is, also doing his thing. Right? Hold on, I gotta find my little cloth because this thing has fingerprints all over it. This iPad has lasted me a long time, knock on wood. Oh dear. Cancel. I need to close it first real quick. Put it on that lock screen. And to be fair, this thing's been through a lot. It's been to a couple different countries. It's been to more than a couple different countries. Like my travel friend. Which is funny because I don't use it as much as I should when I travel since I bring it with me. Okay. As you can tell, I was trying to clean it off. Yeah, using common sense is one thing, but like even my grandpa had to flee his country to like survive, like, which I mean that wasn't so long ago, because his country did something that he didn't want to be a part of, so he left. So it's kind of like, it wasn't that long ago. Wars still happen, you just gotta be on your toes, I guess. I guess voting plays a part into that, but like, who do you vote for? And well, don't do what you want, vote for who you want. It's not a political show by any means. It's just a box talking with a man cleaning his iPad. That's what it is. It is what it is. But definitely the Unboxing King won't be on this channel. It will be on the Hot Wheels channel if you have any interest in that, as it splits off. Okay, so I got a couple options. Alright, oh, there he is in all his glory. There's me talking, but that's me not talking. That's me with my mouth open, like I'm ready to eat some food. So this is just built in a few layers. There's more layers, but this was a different version of it, a Chinese takeout box version of it. It opened from the top. It didn't work quite as well as this one, so I ended up sticking with this one. But this one's only a couple frames. I'll shrink it down to this side so you can see. But so the flat frame is that one, which is his constantly closed mouth. Then we have this one that overlays that one, and then one more that overlays that one. The problem I had giving him a two-step mouth was that he, see, I can make his mouth open bigger than it does now, right? Because right now it doesn't open that big. Sorry, just trying to give you some length of that. This one, yeah, would give me the surprised or the shouting look, like, it's on sale, right? And like, and they give me the shouting look. But the problem is the way the overlay works is that I get that little piece in the background because of the way it just works, the way this program works. Now it would be nice to have three layers. It makes it smoother, and I could probably smooth this one out a little bit, but it just depends on my mic pickup. Anyway, so I did this one a little bit different. I learned a few things. I learned how to color a little bit differently, but it still didn't really help me. I just don't know why it's useful. Making reference layers. I tried to make reference layers today, and I just didn't understand why it's useful, because I still have to merge those layers together. Anyways, so yeah. And then there's the pedestal. That's white. It's colored in white. So if I wanted to change the color, I guess. Yeah. And that's kind of how that one went. So now I need to figure out how to animate. Is it this guy that I'm animating? I kind of feel like I want to animate him with a regular mouth. This one definitely looks surprised. If we're talking about surprise, that's got a surprise look. But I wonder if I can take... Let's go. Where are we going? Okay, this is the Hot Wheels. This is all Hot Wheels. So let me jump over back into Money Makes Monsters so we can... Sorry. Okay, here we are back in intro. There's our man who talks, but I wonder, I should be able to, is his mouth part of his face? I don't think so. It's not. I can hide the head, can I? Oh. I don't want to hide the head. Hide the head? Oh yeah, then I just have a mouth talking. So technically I could put the alien's head behind here, not too difficult. I just have to send myself in the image. Right? That's kind of the idea behind that one. But do I want to use this mouth? Is this the mouth I want to use for my alien? Is the question. It'd be funny to see it. Right? In order to see it, well, I wonder, I bet you, check this out. This is going to be some magic. There's going to be a lot of terrible things happening at once. Are you ready? Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to go to my studio, right? No, what am I going to do? I'm going to do something terrible. Okay. So here we are in my studio. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go here. This is a terrible drawing of this guy, right? Now, if I set everything up correctly, which this is going to be pretty bad. So I'm going to pop over here, take that out. I'm also going to take this out. So all I got is that, okay? Then I'm going to go back to the studio where I should see my mouth moving and should be, what scene is it? Who is he? There he is. And if I take that scene and I stretch it out and I put it over as a layover of my mouth, then and only then do we get our objective goal, right? So there we go. Oh dear. So this would be primarily what I would be doing in OBS, but I just did it on like 3 layers of this doesn't work at all. Now, if you want this to save, this doesn't save, because what's happening here is there's a lot happening. Like, there's actually an animation, right? Like, there's too much going on. How is there an animation playing underneath what's happening? So the issue here is this is set up like a crazy person. It works, but just not in the way we wanted to. Oh, come on. Just give me one. I don't want to see them all. Give me the solemn face one, because that's the one I technically need. Is the one that closes his mouth. Okay. Relax. I'm trying to get it on board. Trying to get it. There we go. So I guess I can animate him while I draw him, which is kind of fun. So there's so many different opportunities to do things, I guess. Like, I could be like, ow, stop drawing on my eye. I can't actually see that on my screen. So, I don't know. This is just too much fun, right? Like, I guess this is where that guy and his drawing his little pigeons and stuff. But like, what if I needed to color in. So we're here. I'm gonna did I duplicate this layer? Yeah, we did. So I do need to color in his eye black. So let me bink. Oh, nope. Why am I not? I am on that image. Why can't I? Nope. Maybe there's not closed. Oops, I messed it up. Nope. Oh no. Okay. Note to self. I can't do that. None of that. Just, it's got to stay in one position. Whoops. That makes sense though, right? Like, we need to keep it in the right position in order for me to talk. Okay, so this makes it a little bit more difficult, but still. Why am I not on the layer I want to be on? That is the layer. So I kind of have to leave him this size. Ouch, you're on my eye. Okay, but I could color with a little bit thicker of a... I always put the shiny part on the very top corner. I drew an alien today that looked really sad. I didn't know aliens could have emotions until I drew him. Then I was like, oh wow, he looks sad. This one kind of looks sad too. I would assume aliens would be sad. Especially if they were like, Simon, Adam, I just dropped you off at the bus stop. What happened? What did you do? You were supposed to take care of your sister Eve. My sister? Oh dear. Right? So, look, that's better, right? Like, he's looking better. He's getting some color. Okay. And I guess this is how the design would work. Like, make me Kermit the Frog green. What's Kermit the Frog green? He's a bright green. He's like in here. He's like the highlighter green. If I try to fill, nope. No such luck. Here, let's try this. Let's see if I can add it as a reference layer. Like they tell me to do. Then I add a layer and I put it underneath. Click. Come on. There we go. And then I should be able to... Nope. I don't know why it doesn't ever want to work for me. It's not that broken. Okay, here's, oh no, I moved it again. It's too hard not to move it. I want to move it. Okay, fine. Don't let me do it. Oh, so annoying. It'd be easier just to redraw them. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to... He really should just stay this size. Am I missing the bottom of my iPad? No, I can see. No, I can't see it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the mouth up. I'm going to move him up. Okay. We're going to get this all... Whoa. Whoa. Get his mouth where it needs to be, right? There it is. Is it there? Is it? It's there. Okay. Great. Great. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but it will do. Yeah. So now I gotta color him green, so I'm gonna just do that, I guess, by hand. I don't know why it's not letting me fill. If I'm using this as a reference layer, it should just let me fill at least his head in. Maybe the threshold's too... Oh. Here, hold on. Let me fill. Oh. The threshold's like all the way up for some reason. There we go. I still need to bring it down more. There we go. Cool. Cool. Now, oh, now his mouth's off. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, we can make him really big and make him have a really tiny mouth. He's got the smallest mouth. Right? Or we can make him really, really small with a really tiny mouth, with a really, really... Oh, I like that. I like him with a giant mouth. Like no mouth and then like, wait, what? Where'd that mouth come from? The little tiny mouth became that giant mouth? This is a good look for me. This is a weird way to experiment with things. But in theory, I can like write my own cartoon and animate it and put all the mouth movements into it. It's not great. Will it pass for a webisode? Sure. Sure. Write a story. Do something creative with it, right? So this is kind of the ground floor of maybe that. Maybe writing a finished story for the alien and his sidekick, the bunny. Oh, I did that wrong because I didn't put it on my... So this just makes it harder for me, I think, personally. But maybe I'm just being silly. Whoops. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Oh, now I need to go back to my reference layer. Plop that in there, right? Good. He's looking good. He's got a giant mouth, though. Do I like the giant mouth? I kind of like the giant mouth. What do you guys think? What do you think? Is that too big? That's probably too big. But maybe, you know, that's what he's gonna look like. So I could just like move him over to the corner and we can just take a visual representation of what this new avatar might look like with just a normal speaking mouth. But this is not even what I think I might want to do, right? I might want to do something else. I think a little bit bigger when he's at full might be good. So it just gives him, oh, he needs to move up. I just have to keep a tone in order to make it work. mouth you're using is okay. You could probably use a smaller mouth. Well, how much smaller do you want his mouth to be? Do you want his mouth to be this small? We can make it this small. Small mouth. He's just talking with the small mouth, but his head's too big to fit in the screen. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I like him with the big mouth. What if he just talked out of his forehead? Like, you know, talked with his brain. Telekinesis. Just sending images. What if he didn't talk at all? What if he didn't talk at all? What if it was all just a dream? Now I can't see this, so I'm gonna have to draw our little friend pretty much freehand, but I'm pretty good at it. But we'll clean him. Oh, we'll clean him up. What if he didn't talk at all? What if it was the bunny? What if it was the bunny? Okay, hold on, let me clean him up a little bit. Actually, I kind of like this idea of him being the bunny. Because I can make the bunny, but the bunny's mouth would be different for sure. I don't think. Right, I think the bunny's mouth. Oh, I don't know. No, I think it would have to be way smaller. But I do like the idea of maybe him not talking, maybe just the bunny talking. I think his mouth should operate differently though. And the problem is I feel like I might lose my character just due to like, I don't know, confusion. And at least our hero should be smiling, right? If nothing else, should be like the smiling one. Not the like super depressed looking one. Why are they all depressed looking? Every one of them has been depressed. Oh, it's because the color. There. That guy's happy. He's happy. He put on some makeup today and did a really bad job at it. Yeah. Well, you would have to assume that aliens don't know our language and bunnies may know our language. I don't know. Still character development. The issue though really is not even any of that. The channel that this goes on, I plan on doing artist interviews on, so I don't know if I want the bunny to interview. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a face channel too. I might just use my face to do that channel as well, depending on what happens. I do like the idea of animating this though eventually, and kind of playing with this idea was kind of fun today. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot more for you tonight. It's kind of a short episode. Taking it easy. It's Monday. Playing with some new ideas. And trying to really like streamline all the different projects that I'm doing right now, which has been slightly stressful. Just a lot to organize and keep track of, and now with all these animations going on different channels and all these different channels having like different things that need to be made for them, you know, as from Psycho Bunny, which is like just needs hit the banners need to be made, and there's just a lot of things going on now. But a lot of cool stuff happening, right? A lot of fun stuff happening. I'm gonna put him back together so he's not taken apart next time I come back to stream, which means that messed up our webcam. Wait, studio? Yeah, studio, he's all over the place. So I already hard inputted this guy in here, but I don't know. What do you like, the AI version of me, or it's not even AI, it's my little tiny puppet that I built. The puppet version of me or the real version of me, I guess. This one? That version? I don't know. The puppet version of me is more impressive. The real version of me is not so consistent. But I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. We're going to end a little bit early. I know we started a little bit late, but there's not much to go over. I could get out the paint, but we only have a few minutes left, and we don't have to stick around for it. 50 minutes is a good amount of lecture time. To be honest, like, after teaching all day, you don't want to talk that much. No, I'm not tired. I just have I don't know what else to do. I don't want to get out any new projects, so I'm just kind of... And the making of the Alien Project is a whole, like, sit down and kind of watch TV and, you know, leisurely kind of work my way through it. I don't even know if I want it. There's just so many different options. The real issue, though, or the real thing is, let me just show you something. Okay, you want to spend the hour on stream? We can do it. I don't want to cut anyone short, just in case they want to. So many different projects. So this is kind of the original UFO idea, is the UFO flying with the bunny in his arms. So this is originally the Anonymous logo, right? And it shuts down. Everything gets brought in. It's actually a pretty cool animation. And then he has a weird alien hand, right? And it's petting the bunny. It's very aggressive petting. Very aggressive. You could always chill that out and not make it so aggressive. Bring it down to like 8 frames. Right, bunny pops out. And this is kind of where all the original animation started. And it actually comes from more of there's a Men in Black where there's a little guy who lives in the head of a robotic body. And so the suit always reminded me of like the Men in Black, and just the way that Anonymous has always been. So I kind of cut that apart. And then Anonymous is actually the underfunded organization, which is what UFO stands for, right? So everything kind of ties together. There's a lot of different moving parts, and they're all kind of similar. Like, right, I drew a bunny for this. This I drew years ago, though. Cool little animation that I should really just turn into a GIF. Took me forever to draw that. I should start extracting some of these images. This is a pretty fun image. So there's a cloud there. Let me see if I can... I drew this on a road trip. We were all just staring at this cloud somewhere in Colorado. But watch, let me play video. So here's... I don't know if you can see as I draw. Are we all the way in? We're all the way in. Oh, it's a real quick one. Right, so yeah. I mean, just on like some of the smaller projects, you know that Volkswagen van that I'm supposed to paint in California. Here's the mock-up for it. Let me see if I can find it. Which is another project. All the stencils are cut. I cut all the stencils, but it's not going to look anything like this because we didn't cut the stencils to size. I didn't have a correct projector, so I kind of just eyeballed them and drew them. But this is what the actual bus looks like. Well, here, let me show you what the bus looks like. So without images, without the design. That's what the bus looks like, right? This bus has been through a lot. This bus went to like Woodstock and stuff. This is a classic bus that my friend owns. It's sitting in California. But if you just watch, I did copy this. There's an image she wanted, so I did. So there's an image of what she wanted, which is drawn on a cartoon. And this was the plan, was to just recreate what she wanted, because at the easiest point, if the customer already has the design picked out, even if it's not the most original, it's really easier to just go with what the customer wants. But this isn't how it turned out at all. Like, I drew all these things, I drew all these flowers by hand, and they became all different sizes. And so we kind of just have to relay everything out. Yeah, this is the map for that project. And then the color changing. I color changed all the flowers just to see what they would look like. But she doesn't want it. She doesn't want color behind it. The primer gray and the rust. I guess I kind of have to. It would be cool if I could match the rust to. Huh. That's an interesting idea. Be something I'd have to learn how to rust and then kind of paint backwards. But I know there's a way to like get things to rust and then like paint them. I don't know. It's a big project. I really wish I could get it done. A couple times I've been in California, I have tried to get it done, but getting to paint, I just feel is like an impossible task. Because I still have to design the front of the bus, which is also kind of like tricky. Like, how do the flowers come across the front? Yeah, they're all different. I think there's like 15 different stencils of flowers, or like, no, there's more than that. There's like 28. However many flowers are here. I cut one for all of them. I kind of made one for each style. I just don't know how they'll fit together. And I guess that'll have to come as it goes. And then measure out the front. What I probably should do is take some tape and grit out the front, and then kind of put the flowers, spray them back into where they go. Anyways, that's a huge project that I don't even want to get started talking about. There's all kinds of different projects. Here's a little Volkswagen Bug I just drew for fun. I'm trying to use some different paints. What's cool is that these all come with like little time-lapse videos. asking questions, building maps. This was all just stuff for me and student work, biodiversity, right? And then after that, I was like, oh look, I can draw this, and I just drew this real quick. It's kind of cool what you can do with Procreate if you want to do the Bob Ross like thing. Like, this is so much more sensible to paint like this, and I just painted in the color, like the highlights. But I don't think like this, so it's just, I don't paint in layers backwards. It's just hard to put it all together. But as I practice and as I do more things, I feel like I get better at all sorts of things. Little digital image. Probably put this up for sale on a card. Like a road tripping card. But even like, let's see this. What does this do? This is just one little set of clips. There's so many layers though. Like each one has 3 layers. This is why taking it apart is going to be a nightmare, because it's going to put all 146 layers onto one thing. I don't know how to take these apart and get it to... I hope they group. They should group. I need to try to process these. There's just so much. Each one of these is like a car. The background scene moves. So each one has a background. Each one has like a running. There's a running. So each one has like back and forth of the highway moving, right? And then we have the sign coming towards us. And then the car is laid on top of that. So there's... In order to get this animation, you kind of, you just kind of have to see it. And then the next animation, the background gets bigger by 1, and then you continue moving into the city. So breakdowns of all these animations is just crazy on how much drawing and how much like actual putting together you have to do to get this done. But definitely labor of love. Okay, well, we did our hour. It's 9:06. We took over more time than we were supposed to today. I know I haven't been the most focused on these down the rabbit hole because I feel like I'm doing a lot of planning on the other side, and I apologize to you guys who are watching out there. We're just kind of going through a lot of artwork and stuff that I can do and things that I've been working on. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. I hope everyone's had a great weekend and had a great start of your week. I am going to, I'm probably going to make myself some dinner and, just finish up the night. Anyways, have a great week. We will see you back here on Wednesday for, I don't know what, hopefully I have the alien or the UFO somewhat sorted out on how I want him to talk. I was thinking of having them both flying around the suit jacket, which is just this suit jacket that we have here, and then having the alien kind of like bobbling around, like when I talk, it glows a little bit more, like hops up into the air a little bit higher or something like that. I don't know. Just kind of thinking about how that could work, but hopefully next time I have some new animation or there's something cool going on in the stream. But we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Peace.